The world watched in disbelief as Russian forces invaded Ukraine on February 24, 2022. This act shattered decades of relative peace in Europe. It marked a defining event of the 21st century. The invasion, ordered by President Putin, was met with international condemnation. Putin claimed Ukraine was historically part of Russia. He accused the Ukrainian government of being controlled by neo-Nazis. These claims were widely disputed. The international community recognized Ukraine as a sovereign nation. The invasion has had devastating consequences for Ukraine. Cities have been reduced to rubble. Millions of Ukrainians have been displaced. The war has also impacted the global economy. It led to soaring energy prices and food shortages. The conflict is rooted in historical grievances and geopolitical tensions. Ukraine declared independence in 1991 after the Soviet Union collapsed. Russia never fully accepted Ukraine's independence. It viewed Ukraine as part of its sphere of influence. Tensions escalated in 2014. Russia annexed Crimea, a Ukrainian territory with a majority Russian population. This annexation was condemned by the international community. However, Russia maintained its control over Crimea. The war in Ukraine has entered its third year and the situation on the ground remains fluid. After initial setbacks, Ukrainian forces have managed to mount a staunch defense. They have successfully repelled Russian advances in some areas. This resistance has come at a heavy price. Ukrainian cities and infrastructure have suffered extensive damage. Russia, despite its military might, has faced unexpected challenges. Its advance has been slower than anticipated. Logistical issues and fierce Ukrainian resistance have taken a toll. This has forced Russia to recalibrate its strategy. The conflict has escalated in recent months. Russia has intensified its attacks on Ukrainian cities. It has targeted civilian infrastructure including power grids and hospitals. These attacks are widely condemned as war crimes. They have caused immense suffering among the Ukrainian population. Despite these escalations, neither side appears close to achieving a decisive military victory. The front lines have remained largely static. Both sides are entrenched. They are engaged in a grinding war of attrition. The future trajectory of the war remains uncertain. Analysts offer differing perspectives on potential outcomes. One possibility is a prolonged stalemate. Neither side possesses the military capability to deliver a knockout blow. This could result in a protracted conflict with no clear victor. A stalemate would have devastating consequences for Ukraine. It would prolong the humanitarian crisis. It would also leave Ukraine in a state of perpetual insecurity. The country would face the constant threat of renewed Russian aggression. Another possibility is a negotiated settlement. This outcome would require both sides to make significant concessions. It would also depend on the willingness of external actors, particularly the United States, to apply pressure and provide security guarantees. However, reaching a lasting peace agreement will be challenging. There is a deep lack of trust between Russia and Ukraine. Donald Trump's return to the White House could significantly influence the trajectory of the war. He promised to end the war in 24 hours. Trump may limit or completely stop helping Ukraine. This aid is crucial for Ukraine's ability to defend itself. The United States has played a pivotal role in shaping the course of the war. It has provided Ukraine with billions in military and humanitarian aid. This aid has bolstered Ukraine's defenses. It has allowed Ukraine to resist Russia's aggression. However, American public opinion is divided. Some advocate for increased support for Ukraine. They argue it is essential to prevent a Russian victory. They believe a Russian victory would embolden Putin. It would encourage further aggression. Others favor a negotiated settlement. They express concerns about the economic costs. They also worry about the risk of escalation. They argue the U.S. should prioritize its own interests. What do you think the outcome of the war will be? Will Ukraine be able to stop the Russian war machine? Or will Putin invade Ukraine and turn it into her satellite? Or will Ukraine agree to the loss of some of her territories and become a neutral state? Leave your comments and subscribe to our channel.